What's happening, people? This is Karizz, episode 3 of The Pen. Today I'm joined by one of Nottingham's premium writers. I'm so glad to have you here, brother.
Thank you, man.
You know what I mean? Man like Juga-Naut.
Long time.
Big up yourself, very, very, very long time. And we're basically just going to talk about your pen, man.
That's it.
It's something that's your writing style and your output.
Yeah.
The frequency is mad to me. The frequency in terms of the frequency of your writing. Yeah. The frequency of your output.
Thank you, man.
I sit and I observe and I'm like, how? How is he doing so much? Like, what is going on?
It's like an addiction, man.
Yeah.
I felt like I was born into it in my body. Ever since I was young, it's just been like the obsession with words and rhythm and putting everything together. And I just always wanted to get better and better and better and better. So it's like constantly sharpening the steel, I think. When it comes to the output, you know.
Yeah. All right, so tell me, you said you were born into it. What's your earliest memory of maybe writing or even art, or how?
Well, I was born, like, my parents are both artists. My dad's a poet and a drummer called Stickman.
Yeah,
and my mum's she used to design clothes back in the day, and she was an art teacher and made a lot of art herself. So I was born into it and music. So my earliest memories is music, Roy Ayers, and the most beautiful sounds and chords and rhythms I could absorb.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. And so, but my earliest memories, if we're within the art form of what we do in hip hop, my earliest memories is Tribe Called Quest.
Okay.
And I remember memorizing Scenario.
Oh, you memorized it?
6 years old. Wow. So I remember in the kitchen, the old kitchen in my parents' house, and the corner table that was near the cellar door, and I remember I had the old Alba tape player, and I put the tape in and I rapped over the song to my dad. My dad was just like, he wasn't even like blown away because it was like expected. Which is a weird thing because I was looking for that appreciation, but he was like, of course you can do that, but now do your own. Do you know what I mean? And then from then, so that was my first memories is Scenario all the way, and then the Busta Rhymes verse at the end. I was just like, this is, as a child as well, it's like the chocolate chicken, all of it. And the speed, I was like, this is what it's all about.
Just switched on your brain.
And all the different voices and cadences hit me right in the soul. That was my earliest memory of like knowing what it is to rhyme. And like listen to my dad's poetry, and then the rep just getting into hip hop, it was there already. It wasn't like, so. Yeah.
So was hip hop one of your main? You said that you heard chords and all different beautiful music. At the same time as you was hearing that. Yeah,
all of it. Like if you're talking about Roy Ayers, like the simplicity of Everybody Loves the Sunshine, it can be the most simple thing, but at the cadence of how it's said and sang, and like that's the strength of those words. You can't deny them.
You can't. And
so there's certain and there's exactly, and there's certain things that hit you and resonate. So like it all filtered in, and I grew up almost every type of genre of music you can imagine, but like the hip hop, jazz, soul, that type of stuff was there in the house. But then growing up in the 90s around reggae and Nottingham garage and drum and bass, all these things, but the lyricism was always there within it.
Yeah. And did you, obviously the lyricism, most thing is words. So my entry into the love of words came from the dictionary. I used to read it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's cold.
I used to read that and the Thesaurus, so that was my favourite book. So I was like,
that's
wow,
sick.
These amazing words.
So you're really going into the depth of how words are built.
I was nerding out hard.
That's sick though. Yeah. I remember doing it too, but like to be young and open it up and go there. Especially with the Thesaurus. Like that can start an addiction too, where you like, how many times can I say these things? And then the English language is so complex, so yeah, that's sick.
In many different ways.
Yeah.
So do you remember when you first, because obviously you've done your writing.
Yeah.
There was a time obviously when you started to record, because you are, for me, one of the most formidable recording artists I know.
You, man.
You know what I mean? Like, my ear knows.
Yeah.
And it's something you've obviously perfected over the years.
Yeah.
What was your process in getting to that?
My process, like, back in the day, like to have a studio was a big deal, and the equipment. It's not like now you just buy it anyway. Like the equipment was expensive or whatever. But I started like we didn't come up with money really. The first things I ever did was my mum's friend gave me her old laptop from school.
Right.
2003, I think, and then my dad's friend Helen gave me Fruity Loops on a floppy disk.
Helen.
Yeah, Helen McDonald.
Yes.
So that from then, that I didn't have a computer yet, but that was it. We had a home computer downstairs, but it wasn't. But I put that in, and I started making beats on Fruity Loop.
Wow.
So that was my first, and I was like, let me go here, and then from there, the first like program was Cool Edit Pro, and then from there, I just learned, and then I've been recording on Logic, but the ability to record seemed astronomical at that time. It's like everyone. Like, Nottingham, the different studios, it was like you had the studio you went to, or like having the money to do it. No one had money to do it.
No.
So later on, I got a little sound card and I got a £50 mic, and that from then up until maybe 2012, that was the same mic,
okay.
the same setup, and I just was getting better and better at home, learning, and I went to college and did some like music technology and stuff like that, which was great, and there was not many people in the class, so I was able to
you could really get
into the sonics of sound. But like the act of recording to me, I'm glad you brought that up though. Like being prolific is such a tradition for me, and it's it's a process that it is an addiction. It's like a true process of like how the writing, the recording, every element of it does something in my brain that you can't replicate any other way. Even I like to paint and do stuff, but there's something about making this thing you can hear and can't see, and it becomes a whole body of a beautiful piece of sound. That thing to me is like the alchemy of sound and music. It got me early, even on this crunchy little shit laptop. You know what I mean? Or like. It was just there, you know what I mean. So we could go on forever about this stuff, but
mate, and I think the fact that we can go on forever about it shows how timeless it is.
Yeah, thank you.
Because all the music we listen to and that spurred us on, they must have all gone through that same process.
They've gone through it, man. Yeah, completely.
The learning, the figuring out, how to record stuff.
Especially in hip hop, it's people that come from nothing and working out how did you get that sound and using stuff wrong, but then like in the studio putting 10 compressors on a snare and it just smacking like a Mob Deep snare, Havoc snares, like but this was seen as mistake by a classic engineer, but it's this turns into the sound. But then you listen to classic, like you listen to a Steely Dan record. That is the most magically mixed sonic of sound there, but hip hop can do that. It's not being chained to the right way to do it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that's when it comes back to the lyricism. There's an idea of structure and songwriting and stuff like that, but there's a freedom in hip hop.
Massive freedom.
There's such a freedom. And it can sound cliche, but like that shit is like, you can say 1,000 things in 16 bars.
Yeah. And that really does distill beautifully for me how I receive your art, in that the fact that it feels structured yet abstract.
Yeah,
so
that's sick. Structured
yet abstract.
Abstract, yeah.
It's like there's abstraction within the realm of a song structure.
Yeah,
of which you're producing quite a lot. You produce a lot of your stuff,
a lot of my
own
stuff, right?
And I know you've done collabs, like
for sure.
Who have you collabed with, like, in terms of album-wise, in terms of beats and stuff?
There's an amazing producer called Giallo Point.
Mad.
Mr. Brown, I just did an album with. That was great. I've worked with a bunch of people, but like a lot of my own stuff I've done myself. My brain's like a sieve at times, so
yeah.
Forgive me if there's anyone I'm leaving out. But like we did, if it clicks and the synergy's there, it's such a great thing.
Yeah.
But there's something about sitting in my little, in my hermitage, I'm making stuff, and like that being the whole, doing it all from the ground up. There's something else that happens there.
It's mad because I made a beat once about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Like, I've been doing this 30 years, and it ain't easy.
No,
but as you practice, it becomes more easy.
Right.
One thing I'm interested in hearing is when you make your beats and when you make your music, do the words come to you as you're making it, or is it like step by step, like, okay, music done for finish, now the words are this, or do you have a feeling that comes with it?
A feeling. So like, it's hard to explain it, but the most simple way is like, if I'm making my own beat, I've got hundreds and hundreds of beats that I could never write to because I was playing it and making it, and it just, your brain gets tired of it. But a lot of my own stuff that you hear on the projects I've done was like, I've found the sample or played something in, and within the first minute or so, it's there. And before because I mix as I'm going, so I don't have to do that shit after I'm doing it. So like when I make a beat, it's like almost finished by the time I've done it in the hour or whatever. But
smart.
Yeah, exactly. But it most of the like, I've got a song like called Sugarcane, and I found and I got the sample, dropped the needle, put it into the computer, I looped it. Before I did anything, I was writing, because I was like, there's something that clicks, and then the ether opens up and these words come down, and I don't know, and like they ever come from here or here, and sometimes it's a mixture of both. But like that Sugarcane, it was like boom, boom, hook came straight away, verses, and it was like maybe an hour. Just
an explosion.
So, and yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, like when people have sent me stuff, for me, it genuinely is very rarely, if it doesn't get me in 30 seconds, because there's a feeling. It's not. Yeah. And the thing is, I've written to stuff, and if I go back over my projects, the songs that I really sat down and wrote to, I can hear it. Yeah. There is an element of forcing it out. Whereas if someone sends me something, 30 seconds, I'm boom. Yeah. And I might not write it then and there, but I'll go to the recorder or the phone, and I just go, the flow's there, it's not words, or I come with a perfect line out the ether. But usually if it comes from here, it's the so whoever, 100 years, and if my phone notes are somewhere in the ether, someone's gonna go, this guy had fucking issues, man. It's just hundreds of clips of me and go, I've been a net man, that's how my brain goes, and then the words come.
You ideate and then you audiate.
Yeah. So it's flight, but for me, it's rhythm first.
It's the most important, innit?
Always. Because if you don't listen, the most beautiful things I've had said before, obviously, is the hip hop fans. It's amazing to get that from, but people who don't listen to hip hop be like, I don't know the art form like that, but I love what you came with, or
it's like there's a rhythmic through line for everything you do. So like, if I was to, let's talk about a song that we both done together, which is Drop the Glass.
Yeah.
Now I came to you with the first verse.
Right.
And then you came with your verse in like breakneck speed to me. But what struck me was two things. One, the rhythmic through line that really, interestingly, we made on a completely different beat with a different flow in the first place, if you remember. Right. It was more like a 3/4 kind of. Right.
It was a off kilter one, left field one.
But then Fever gave us his beat, which was a completely different feel. Yeah. But it just sat perfectly.
Sat in there, man.
So that tells me it's almost like your rhythm is a key center to any music, as in it will flow anywhere, even though we alter it when we need to.
That's it. Yeah. I can see that. The important thing for me is the pocket, and you can find pockets in different ways. Like a bassist can be in a pocket, a drummer, a saxophone player, but like the pocket, I find that if there's space in a beat, I'll go in the space.
Absolutely.
And if there's hard drums, if you really listen back to what I do, almost every word is on the kick and the snare, and I'm following the patterns. And then I'll skip a little around and bring it back. But even unconsciously, I'm hitting those drums, or I'm hitting the sample. Like if there's a nice Fender Rhodes and there's a mixture of sounds, I'm hitting that. Or I'm going in between. Do you know what I mean? And it's like I always knew. Like I love that you said there's the abstraction in it. That's so important for me, because I love abstract art and I love abstractions in it. So life's abstract, the duality of life. And that's the thing. But like then, the foundation is what's rhythmical to everyone.
Yes,
and it's like when you're looking at the great MCs of all time, like Biggie crossed over because he was Jamaican. He had that soul, that rhythm inside, and a swing even within his body. If you watch this guy rap, he's it's coming all the way up, and that is like hundreds of years of rhythm and swing. And for me, there's something that crosses over.
100%.
That crosses over because you can be a technical rapper. And that shit gets boring.
It does.
It does. And it's like anything. Like if someone's on stage playing a guitar for 45 minutes, doing the most incredible scales
for 45 minutes,
but then you are still there to entertain.
Correct.
So you can have a beautiful abstraction, technical shit, and if you can mix the rhythm together and it's all locked in, that is the beauty of hip hop for me. Because then that really does cross over. Because anyone that says, I just want to do this for, you still want to have,
of course,
to be able to reach people. Because you want your art to connect and be heard. So that's always been, and some of my favorite MCs that really inspired me were able to mix those things together.
Can you name me maybe 3 or 4 of your MCs that top jump off for you?
Top ones, MF Doom got me. So it was 2006. I found out about MF Doom. I was 16, and my dad's friend showed me the records one night, and I met Ghostface the next day in Nottingham. And the crazy thing is, Ghostface was like, he was the guy.
Same.
And he still is. But the thing is, Doom, when I heard Doom that day, I was like, oh shit, this is a state of mind. And it's the same, it was the same abstractions, the same fly shit, the same rhythm, and it connected. So it was weird because that really did change my life hearing Doom. But like Doom, Ghost, Raekwon for me is like the upper echelon of abstraction. And then the fly shit
you could
and then
imagine.
the rhythm, and like also being a big dude. There's something in, like, also you have to hit a level, and it goes there. Raekwon's one of the illest. Jadakiss for me is one of the illest.
Snap.
You know what I mean? And then Nas hit me big time. Pun was a big one as well.
Mate.
And you can, and I know in my rhymes you can hear that Pun, and then Cool G rap. Who he, that was where it came from. So that's the lineage, and you need to understand that. Rakim, big for me. This, we could go on forever, but like some of those people there were the people that really like changed my molecular structure in my brain, where I was like, yo. And then hearing Rock Marciano now, the whole wave of what is, he elevated that and took it to another place. Do you know what I mean? And like, it's the art form. No matter what people say, and they say stuff about hip hop, there's a lot of people now that are rapping better than ever before. Technically, and the actual schemes and the writing is like elevated. But because a lot of times rappers are rapping for rappers, only certain people can understand. It's a hidden language.
It's like Eggy language, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like Eggy language. I get what you said.
I get what you're saying. It's like being from Notts. Like not everyone can. A lot of slang comes from the city, and we have our own style and cadence and the way we do stuff. Not everyone knows, but the people that do know, you're like, okay.
I know what time that person's on.
I know what you're doing here. And I love that. That like, I'm not a sports guy, so that stuff, like, I'm like, you've gone crazy with that.
You see what's going on internally with that.
Right.
Yeah, man, that is a beauty. All them names there are all people that have piqued my ear. Ghostface was definitely my, oh my gosh, I have to. This is the guy. This is the guy for me. But then ODB with his abstraction. Complete opposite.
And personality
comes out
style.
through the music. Yeah. That comes through in your music so well. I really admire how your whole self transmogrifies into your music, because
transmogrifies.
You like that word,
Yo,
innit?
that's crazy.
It's a vibey word. That's a thesaurus for you.
Transmogrifies.
It does. Because it's like, when I hear it, because I know you, I know who's talking. Right. There's no separation between the you, the center, and the you that you express. And I think that level of authenticity there is inspiring to me, because I've been rapping 30 years and I'm still figuring that out. Do you know what I mean? I'm still figuring it out.
It's beautiful to hear that. I'm glad you can hear that. It's been hard because growing up, I've always been this. I've always been me. So I got a lot of bullshit for not fitting in And you know, it's very cliche to say, but I really didn't. I still don't fit in.
And we don't want to.
I'm still, and I don't want to. I've really, it's taken me, you know, nearly 36 years to realize that. But like, this is who I am and what I'm doing. And I say some crazy stuff. That's just hip hop. That's that, and that's it's ego, it's words, and it's storytelling. And you know, I don't own a yacht, or you know, you take, but you say some fly shit. But the reality is, what's coming out my mouth a lot of times is really what's there. And I think a lot of people don't gel with that too. I'm not here to, I'm here to give some, you know, to take people to another place, you know, and escapism, because I love escapism, but then I'm going to give you a spoonful of sugar with the medicine
of course. And
that's because no one wants to be preached to, but also the reality of what's going on for yourself.
For real. Know? And interesting on the preaching side, like I was like, I didn't want to say this because I didn't want people to think I'm preaching, but as rappers, we are preachers.
Of course.
We stand on a pulpit of a beat and we give the word.
We're on the pulpit, man.
And
how much of that from the art form, you know, 1973 in the Bronx, all of that energy is in that.
Correct.
Like all that history and all that energy is buried, baked into the foundation of what we do. So you can't get away from that. I know that too cool for school shit is boring and tiresome, and I can't. It's just like you are giving you something. You're giving people something. There's a piece of your soul, no matter how cliche it sounds. And I appreciate that, and that's what hits me, and that's what I love about it. Because all that, you know, but that doesn't last forever. No, with any art.
It's a moment. It's not the music. I perceive that you and I both love. Has a timelessness to it.
Yeah, and it should be.
And it should be.
You
timeless.
can do stuff of the times. You know, there's craft work in the 80s had a sound, and then you go with that, or you know, there's sounds of the time, the 808s, or different things that come in, but you can do that and still make it timeless. Correct. Because you got to do it for the right reasons. Because if you're doing it, you're doing it just for the but that you want to be able to say, okay, in 20, 30, 40, 50 years, you can come back to that and not be like,
and it stands the test of time.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of art. With when we're dead and buried, part of the soil, feeding the trees again, or thrown in a river, or you know, that stays.
It has to.
And
connect.
I've said that a million times, but I truly like to have physical music as well, tape, CD, vinyl.
I appreciate that a lot.
Like that to me, you know, it's tough as an artist to make a living. It really is, and I appreciate every penny anyone ever spends. But for me, to have the physicality that lasts, you know, and I hope one day in 60 years there's still record shops. If the world doesn't burn down before then, it's not looking great. No. In 60 years, if someone can pull out my record and it's dogged and it smells crazy, and people, what the hell is this? And they buy that and they take it home. That shit.
Just the legacy you want to leave.
Yeah, and that's a magical process, because I did that. I went into town at 13 years old.
Slept a disc in one.
Instead of you know spending my bus fare, I walked to town so I could buy some records, take it home, smell it, inspect it. That dust, you know. That's real. The beauty of it, man.
For real. Right, I'm gonna say two things to you. First of all, thank you for your art. Like I genuinely appreciate it. I genuinely appreciate the effort and time you put into it. Your artwork is always spectacular.
Thank you, man.
And you connect the eye to the ear and to the soul with what you do. Man. Like I can see you do that, and it's very inspirational to me.
Thank you, man.
And I hope I get there one day.
I really appreciate that, man, because it means a lot to me that you can see that, and you're already there, man. But it's just everyone's got a different process and a different.
Correct.
You know, you guys set the foundation for what I do, so you know I wouldn't be here in the same way if I didn't have these foundational pillars in the city of Nottingham.
I remember the gig when Scores' last gig, and he said Juga-Naut's the next guy, and I think he said that in 2016.
Wow.
It might have been before. I remember the gig I was doing. It was his last gig he did in Nottingham.
Scores, man. That's my brother. I know. Crazy thing is, it's my birthday this month, so I'm on the 25th, and then he's on the 27th.
Okay,
and exactly 10 years.
Alignment.
The twin piranha Pisces.
Yeah.
But I grew up. There's not many people from the UK I really listen to, but to have someone from my city like that. like
A level above.
it's unbelievable.
I'd
Like
love
it
to
makes
get
me
him on
it makes me emotional, man.
Yeah.
Because like not many artists in the world like that, and to have the soul he's got and the person he is, we've gone there at times, you know, as friends.
Yeah.
And
Great guy.
And I'm still shocked every time with certain people in my life that I'm able to call friends that are beautiful artists, because it's very rare. And we sit around the table and share
And break
story
bread.
times and break bread, because the art's there, but the connections are always
Always the strongest.
always much more important, man.
And the beauty of that is why we're able to have this conversation, because that connection's there. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's one of
Family,
them.
friends, and we're there because,
For real,
you know,
for real.
it's and yeah, I don't usually talk like this on this level in this way, so it's a beautiful thing, man.
No, I appreciate you sharing with us.
Yeah.
The final thing I'm going to say is I really hope you know how much you're appreciated. Like,
Thank you, man.
It's not always easy to remember in your gaff when you're writing or when you're thinking about stuff. But your art is certainly appreciated by me, and I know it's appreciated by thousands of
Thank
others.
you, man.
So I just want to say thank you so much for your time today, man. Big
Thank
love.
you. Yeah, I appreciate it, because you forget that sometimes, and it feels very lonely in this. Like I was saying, there's a few people, beautiful people I got, but it's very few and far between.
Yeah.
It can feel, you know, you're like, what's the deal here?
Yeah,
Why
of
is
course.
this like this and I'm
Of
here?
course.
But to hear that, it means a lot. 'cause-
Absorb it, man. It's real. It's coming
Yeah.
from a very real place. As you said, the voice in your head is a liar. Everything's
It's
good and everything's fire. I say that
get
to
up
myself
date
all the
if I'm
time.
That's amazing, man.
I say that to
was the
myself
truth.
all the
That's
time.
the truth, though. That was the damn truth. So
Resonates. It really
Yeah.
is. It really is.
get up to date if you can, if
For
you're
real.
able, or don't. If you're self-employed, you
Yeah.
can take the time off. If not, call in and take that day.
For sure.
Just to remember you're a human. You know what I mean?
100%. Thank you so much, Dogs, man. I
You're
appreciate
welcome,
you.